First pick, they're going to be planning very carefully what they're going to want to go for. They actually banned out the bench, so this have popularized this crown triple branch early starting build into Meteor Hammer. Use play that, and VP.Prodigy, they're not going to be able to get that bench draw because it got banned out.
No, Nigma banned out themselves, but Prodigy, they seem to be still pretty confident in their Magnus pickup here, so they do go straight down that avenue again. GPK going to be playing his mag.
Yeah, I really want to see Nigma play that playstyle, which was very OG-esque. I want to say when initially Kuroki had to, step down with his injury because of his injury, and our man came in. They were playing extremely active in all the games, right? And Miracle was actually the one leading a lot of those engagements, and that's what I want to see. And this game, he's gone for the Faceless Void for himself, and I think it's really good because that's when I first started watching them play that playstyle. He was actually playing Void, and he kept on running in, very like how Mind Control played Void yesterday.
Yeah, this guy's super active on his Void as well. It's one of these guys which doesn't really care that much about Chrono. Obviously, they'll play around it when it's up, but he's not afraid to get involved in fights when Chrono is down. He's ready to turn up and do some damage. Prodigy, you go for his Lina pickup here. That's an interesting good at doing is killing that egg. She's got huge range, huge attack speed, so very good egg hitter. And the LSA can be a problem for the Void inside the Chrono as well if you're not careful. So yeah, bit of a two-sided coin.
A few factors with this Lina and why it's really good here. You've covered some of it. The egg, then you got some of the other reasons is like it's a wave clear hero, so it can delay the game really well. You know, one thing Faceless Void hates is actually playing against wave clear heroes because if the lanes are constantly shoved out, then the Void doesn't have the opportunities to be able to hunt with this Chrono, because he needs to be able to like deal with those lanes and farm those lanes out and such. Then you also got second pick on the side of VP.Prodigy, so you can flex this Lina until it just depends on like what Nigma draft and where you feel this Lina is going to have the highest amount of impact. But most likely it's going to be that position 4. I watched Misery play this hero quite a lot recently, and I think it's quite in this game. And you can also bully the Faceless Void in the lane. He's not going to be able to time lock on top of the lane. He has such high attack range.
Yeah, she's very good at playing like super backlines at a point where the Void can't even find her a lot of the times. And with the Magnus threat as well, you know, it's not going to be a kind of game where Void's going to be able to like freely just jump in on heroes without Chrono. And even if he does have Chrono, he's got to be cautious if the other heroes around. So yeah, let's have a look at some of these bans which have. We've got the Beastmaster and the Venomancer banned out by Team Nigma. Meanwhile, VP.Prodigy, they get rid of the Viper and the Clockwork.
Yep, that Weehaw Viper, very scary. Weehaw always plays this Viper and Batrider middles, like, and that's why they always have to consider banning it out. There's another player who's like that, who plays the exact same hero. I guess that's a player from Southeast Asia, right? Hung, one of the Vietnamese dudes. He's always playing that Viper. I always see they're very similar playstyles. It's a very like I said, position 3 from the mid lane, essentially. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, making space, hitting heroes, fighting fights, and not really hitting the jungle so much. It's it's a kind of Thompson inspired gameplay, I'd say. Yeah, from I mean it's been around a long time, and the ability just to go and make fights, make plays, and never hit jungle creeps, taking opportunities.
Nigma banning up is a very smart decision too. Another hero who can constantly push lanes out, make it very hard for you to. I've seen a lot in the if anybody can buy these aura items, then it's going to be a very high. That's why Beastmaster, they're constantly in these games.
Crimson Guard's fallen out of fashion a lot recently, but yeah, Pipe and Greaves tend to be the big ones to go for. But yeah, Elder Titan's going to be big up from VP.Prodigy.
That's interesting. Elder Titan, kind of like a block pick, because really wanted to get this out of position 5, and it's really well inside the corner, right? 5 hero for themselves in their lineup instead. And Nigma now going for a Leshrac, so there's a very high probability that this Leshrac is going to be played by Mind Control once again. Maybe he's thinking he doesn't want to play a melee core against the Elder Titan support, because you're just going to get smacked in the face. And Leshrac is a hero who can like have a safe distance against ET, can also stun him in the laning stage. Again, with these teams, lanes matter so much. So a lot of these drafts, even though it may not make a whole lot of sense in the beginning, you got to think that they're thinking about how can they win the lanes and just snowball off of that.
Yeah. So even though there's no PL this time around, they still feel like the hero's strong. That makes sense. I think, though, part of the reason it was strong was because it had this Elder Titan to set it up. So without that, I'm wondering what they're going to use as a setup for the Leshrac instead, or if they even feel like they need something.
Yeah.
But it's a two thing, right? It's the setup with the Stomp, and it's also the magic reduction resistance with the Spirit.
Right. There's multiple things that do at this point. They can go that Faces Void and Phoenix into the offlane, and then pick like another to the offlane with the Leshrac. I think they got a lot of options. They might even flex another 3-ish hero on Nigma's side so that Weeha can still with the Leshrac in case the last pick of VP.Prodigy might be weak against Leshrac. Ooh, that's a strong pick here. Oh, damn. Okay, so this anti-mage now has a really good mana void target, which is Leshrac. So he can have impact throughout the entire early game if need be. So if there's ever a 5 versus 4 fight and the fight drags out, the anti-mage can always consider TPing into the engagement to blink in and mana void Lesh. This hero has to burn through his entire mana pool to have impact in the engagements. Secondly, you got a Magnus on the team. That's like a double-edged sword, right? Magnus needs to farm a lot, and so does Anti-Mage. So Nigma might have like this 10 to 15 minute timing where they can just keep running at you, take out all the outer tier 1 towers, and it could be kind of hard game for VP.Prodigy.
Is there any possibility we see this Anti-Mage skipping the Battle Fury this game? Like, I know Empower's not like that reliable, but at the same time, if he's able to have such a high impact in the game without it, is it possible or?
I doubt it, because then the Magnus would have to follow the Anti-Mage all the time, and that's not what Magnus wants to do as a position 2 at least. Nigma though, they could throw a curveball and just go a slaughter pick right here and get the Leshrac to play position 5, which would be absolutely amazing in my opinion. They go slaughter here, go slaughter Phoenix offlane, get Leshrac Void or something. Oh, they go with the Underlord instead. Okay,
same theory.
All right, yeah, same. I guess like it's not gonna win the anti-mage lane that hard, but now you have like an aura bot, right? So this Underlord can just buy the Guardian Greaves or Atos, whatever utility items that his team is gonna need. Where Sada would have been more of like a carry-ish offlaner that's just looking to punish the anti-mage and just like continue to pressure him throughout the game.
And on top of that, I think the root is looking super value this game as well. Some root and in action with the AM and the Magnus both really getting rooted, can interrupt skewer. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm into it. I like what they're putting down here. So a couple of more bounds to come, and then both teams are going to have to pick up then final heroes. Nigma, they need themselves a mid laner, I would imagine. I really don't think they want to put Lesh in a core position anymore. No, they don't. They've already they had to abandon the Leshrac core idea. Once they see this anti-mage, you just have to adapt in the draft. And I'm not entirely sure if VP.Prodigy really thought about that. Like if the Leshrac is a position 5, if it's going to be concerning. I'm not a huge fan of this anti-mage and Magnus. I think it has actually quite a low win rate. It's just 2 heroes that can't really fight that well until they have a lot of items. Much worse than Phantom Lancer. Gives the enemy team a really big opening as well to say, you know, hey guys, come on in. We got ourselves a nice big window for you to come and fight us, and we're both going to be quite weak. Right. But if they go like 50-50 to like 25 minutes, then you're going to see this anti-mage really go to town.
10 seconds.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Nigma put themselves in a really good position in this draft. All they have to do is play fast. They just have to come at VP.Prodigy and not stop coming at them. Like I want to see this AM going for the Mask of Madness. Get some nice early Greaves on this Underlord, and just go, just spank him.
Spank him. Yeah, I want to see that OGS playstyle from Nigma, and not Midas plus Boots of Travels.
Yes, no Midas Boots of Travel this game, please, Miracle, please. So
maybe he thought he was playing Arcord, and he's probably been playing a lot of Arcord, and he just forgot.
Well, is there a possibility for a wind here for Nigma in the mid lane?
10 seconds remaining.
Could be. Templar Assassin, I think, is an option too.
Yeah, true. That's
There's no Veno, there's no Viper.
Radiant team
Right.
pick.
In these games. Oh, you got it.
nailed it. That's it.
Ended
That's
up
what we
being
like
the
to
Wind
see.
Ranger.
Yeah, we Ranger coming on out for Nigma. That's gonna be our final pickup. Get some good physical damage versus the anti-mage, and the evasion very good versus
definitely.
the AM and the mag.
Oh, it's so good. Like, Anti-Mage
10
loves
seconds
playing as
remaining.
Inter-Heroes, but does not like playing into Wind Ranger because of that
5
evasion.
seconds remaining.
Can't just blink into her. And AM also really dislikes going for Monkey King Bar. Like, if he can avoid buying Monkey King Bar, it would be the best case. It's not a hero that has very good stat gain, so you want, like, you know, your Satanic Scotty, whatever other items after your Abyssal Blade and such. So it's going to be quite annoying for him to deal with this Wind Ranger too. I thought maybe we are going to see Weeha's signature Templar Assassin in this game. It would have been perfect, especially with an Underlord on your team who's going to be able to buff you up. Just have like the secondary carry.
Yeah, true. Also could have been a good option, but yeah, they want to go for the higher tempo play. I mean, they don't want to stick around and wait for Blink and Desto. They want to just be able to go immediately, I feel, which is... So, but to be fair, like, Nigma have drafted themselves into such a good position that they had so many options. Like, they had so many good heroes they could have picked up in this mid lane, which just feels great for them. That's just kind of effective their draft. Now Kunka's going to come out for VP.Prodigy.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that's a
Where's
position...
it going? In the offlane?
3 Magnus then, right? Yeah, it's going to be a position 3 Magnus with Lina. This is TI8 OG lane right here.
Yeah,
Magnus
mag.
empowering Lina, right click.
Oh yeah, and the horrendous
Brings-
harass from the sidelines with that range. Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, that brings back memories, man. Seb
Yeah.
and Jerax things. Pretty fun. So it's going to be mid GPK on that Kunkka. RMN is going to be playing that Leshrac at the position 5 like we expected. They adjusted it instantly. So GH, Mind Control. I think this is going to be a very hard lane for... And Lina is being played by Save here. And Lil's going to play the Elder Titan. So it's going to be a position 5 Lina. It's going to be a very hard lane for the Lina and the AM, or ET and the AM. Not entirely sure like how they plan to lane it, because you got a lot of lane shoving from Underlord and Phoenix.
Yeah, I think like you can have a really good lane with a Magnus and the Lina, but then I think you kind of play your anti-mage into this position where he's just not going to get anything from his lane. So I think you maybe need to sacrifice this awesome lane you've got planned and move it into a slightly poop one, just to make sure that your anti-mage isn't going to get absolutely shafted. So yeah, unfortunately that's the trade which VP.Prodigy have to make, but yeah, they've got their work cut out for them in the second game. I really feel like I love Nigma's draft. I think they've got like such an easy... What's up?
No, I just saw Anti-Mage has MVP in 11 out of his last 20 games. That was pretty impressive. Head into the game.
Is that Epileptic Kid?
Yeah, it is.
Dang, what a boy. What a boy. He's been playing his dotes, spamming out some big impact performances. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Game number 2 of VP.Prodigy versus Nigma, with VP.Prodigy currently leading 1 game, but we feel they are quite severely behind in this draft. But we'll see what they can do, if they can make some more magic happen and pull off a victory versus Nigma and secure their spot in the second round of the lower bracket. Couple of hearts coming out.
Mr. GPK has a lot he has to accomplish in this game. Not only does he have to win this mid lane, he's going to need to make some clutch rotations, maybe shut down the Underlord or something. These silents are actually not that easy to kill whatsoever for VP.Prodigy. Underlord is extremely fat in the sense that he has very high HP pools and is tanky, and then the Faceless Void is such an elusive hero early on.
Yeah, you might just have to try and eat this Wind Ranger. I mean, that is a big factor that Kunkka's got so much magic damage with the Torrent and the Ghost Ship that the Wind does feel very, very vulnerable. If she does get X marks, it's very unlikely for her to survive. And Wind Run does nothing versus Kunkka because the Tidebringer, he could right click her as well. So it's challenging. It's challenging. We'll see how this middle lane goes. And until level 6, though, we should have the advantage, I feel.
The battle begins.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes indeed. So it does look like Elder Titan is going to be playing into the offlane with the Magnus, so we're not going to get to see that Magnus Lina lane at all, sadly. I was really looking forward to it. It's going to be Lina plus Anti-Mage starting up. Orb of Venom bottom. Oh, Mr. Save getting stunned by RMN. He's losing a lot of HP here.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit cautious, but Abletic's going to come over and help him out a little bit. Interesting split earth from our men there. Creative split earth, I'd say. But yeah, they're not going to get anything more than that, but still safe, losing a decent amount of HP people there. Are they staying with this, or are they going to mix up?
Oh, he wants a courier. He sees the anti-mage's courier. He wants to go in for that.
Yep, might just find it here as well, Iron Man. Oh, lovely snipe there from Iron Man. This left track is going to boogie on his way over towards the middle lane. Probably ultimately planning on Eco up the top. No, it looks like they're actually sticking to the tri lane. Interesting. So they're going to leave the Miracle alone.
Yeah, that's interesting. I guess they feel like because ET is dragging the wave and Miracle is not getting completely off, he can actually stay bottom on Iron Man here. That's what's going on. It was very kind of Lil to just drag the creep wave. And now if the left track with TP top, they're going to have a huge advantage for Miracle. He's already 2.5. Got all that solo experience.
There we go. Yeah, he does finally link up to the top lane. So down at bottom, it's just going to be Mind Control GH versus Save and Epileptic Kid. And, you know, Epileptic Kid, he's okay. 5-0 starting off. It's fine. I don't think they really got too much done with Iron Man down at bottom, but his courier dying is something he's going to be a little bit disappointed about.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't stay dead that long early into the game, he's going to get a magic wand coming out to him too now.
DM just he's completed the hardest difficulty of Aghanim's Labyrinth there with that voice line. Very impressive DM, very impressive. Very powerful gamer.
Oh, we got a lot of creeps running in.
I don't think so.
Top lane. It's just going to be a very, quiet laning stage. I don't feel like either teams have a lot of kill potential available on the two lanes. Very
here, both of them getting quite low. Meanwhile, down the bottom, Epileptic Kid could be in some trouble here. GH staying on top of him, just right-clicking him down.
Wow.
Fire Spirits left, but the right clicks will be enough. They get the kill. Meanwhile, GH is going to get finished off by Save, but Save might have given his life for this one as Mind Control continues to chase. LSA will land. Save gets himself away, it looks like. Mind Control has no mana for a Firestorm. Therefore, Save will survive.
Literally just said it's going to be a quiet laning stage, and the anti-mage of all heroes dies first.
See, dude, I know that the Caster's Curse is going to come in there, and I'm like, you know what? Let's pick things up a little bit. Let's get some action in this game. I'm just going to say it's going to be quiet, and then boom, we get some fights happening.
Nice.
We get some interest. So it's now 1-1, but with the AM dying for the Phoenix, that's a very, very good trade for the side of Nigma. They're going to be happy with that one. You know, on top lane, Miracle taking some pretty heavy hits, but he's got that time walk just to get up a well. But the moment he uses that time walk, it kind of means he just can't lane anymore, because the harass from these two heroes is just deadly. The Elder Titan plus a Magnus, these guys are slapping pretty hard.
Definitely, and this anti-mage is feeling a lot of pain. They're using so many resources, so many tangles, healing salves, just to keep this guy farming up all this AoE damage from the Firestorm and the Fire Spirits.
Oh, GH could be in some trouble. LSA comes out onto him. Epileptic Kid trying to follow up, but they just don't have the damage. And meanwhile, RMN actually goes down in the top lane to Lil and DM. They just caught him out of position a little bit and get him with the right clicks. As mentioned, these guys do hit very, very hard, so you got to respect that if you're RMN. Oh, they've been empowered. Yeah, they've empowered the Elder Titan. Oh, that sounds horrendous. An empowered Elder Titan coming at you.
Extremely scary. He's almost got that tranquil boots as well, so he's going to be able to chase down anyone quite easily. Where did that come from?
He's going to die in the back here. Our man gets brought down by Lil as well. Skewer back under the tower, but the time away from Miracle as he's trying to finish off Lil here. Isn't able to do so. And, well... the flash! Oh my goodness, Miracle, you jammy bastard! He gets a kill, will die for it to DM, but wow, that was insane.
DM's happy with that. He's got all that solo experience for the kill onto the Faces Void too. So
yeah, he's like, all right, cool.
That's cool.
Well, a more successful laning phase of VP.Prodigy than last game. They are still a little bit behind. Yeah. How's on mid? We haven't really focused too much on mid. What's been going on there, Theban?
It's just a very even lane. Both teams or both players just bringing out a lot of regen. They're bringing themselves a little bit low. We have made this rotation down to bottom and snipe the Lina. I don't even know how that was even possible, or how he even thought that was gonna be a really good move, but you know, made it work out. And just gonna keep on spamming the mid lane out. We got the Tidebringer from the Kunkka, and we are just gonna power shot every wave. There's not gonna be a whole lot of action here. But bottom though, that's where the real action's at. Once again, I'm really concerned for Epileptic Kid. He went for this Orb of Venom. He also finished Magic Wand. These are not normal anti-mage items, and that means his real items that he needs to buy are gonna be delayed heavily. So he's going for the massive
queued up.
Yeah. This is like the new AM build that we've been seeing quite a lot in matchmaking. It all started with God King. Yep, God King did this like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, trying to get on top of Wee. Wee's trying to get on top of GP. I don't know. They're kind of on top of each other, making some children. But see ya.
Oh man, what was that, Wee? He just stood there.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a bit confusing.
I don't know. He wasn't really doing any damage with his focus fire there, and then just got destroyed by Alina 2 TVs in. There you go.
Yeah, that's quite annoying to deal with the X mark and the boat. So it's much tankier than you would think. So yeah, speaking of this anti-mage, he's only got 20 last. It's 7 minutes in. Not even close to his Morbid Mask, and that's also gonna delay his Power Treads, his Battle Fury. I expect a very underfarmed anti-mage if this Magnus doesn't start empowering
up in the top lane. They've got themselves an Elder Titan. Don't think they're gonna be able to grab DM as well here, unfortunately. The Iron Man's gonna slam down the Lightning Bolts, but no, he gets himself out, so it's gonna be a nice Chrono, nice kill onto Lil, and I'll leave it at that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
DM is quite okay with that because he's not the one getting chronoed and killed off. He's getting very close to his arcane boots. He'll buy into Guardian Greaves this game, going that utility route on his Magnus. I guess it's okay if Epileptic Kick doesn't have like the most amazing laning stage, because you do have a Magnus available with that Empower. Oh, GH bottom. They're gonna get a stun on him.
He could be in some trouble though. That said, GPK is coming into the fray as well, looking for a target, and that target is gonna be Mind Control as he gets chopped down. GH still trying to find a kill, but that's not gonna happen. He's gonna lose his life as well, making it 2 kills in the bottom lane for the
nice rotation from GPK here. Mind Control only having half HP, getting comboed up with the boat, and Lil just gonna take over the mid lane while GPK rotates bottom, getting himself some experience too. It's very fluid movements from VP.Prodigy at the moment, and all their lanes are going well now for them. The anti-mage lane is pretty much the only one that's still having some struggles because it doesn't have a whole lot of last hits, but no, those kills are gonna be helpful.
Meanwhile, we looking for something. He's under cover of invisibility. And oh, he has to be careful with that Astral. They might have found themselves a little here. Let's see. Yeah, Focus Fire comes out. No.
Got Javelin.
Shackle Shot. Power Shot come through. Oh, the Power Shot misses. Oh dear.
That's gotta hurt.
A little bit rusty on the old Wind Ranger here, perhaps. But they're going to steal the stack at least. Look at this.
Oh, 4 stack. It's a 4 stack. Delicious.
Yeah, Iron Man getting a piece of it. We have the power shot. DM just watching, he's running in circles. No, please stop. Meanwhile, Mind Control dives down the bottom lane. DM comes in, he's got the RP onto 3. GPK follows up with a boat. One's gonna die. They actually managed to get away the Time Walk from Miracle, but we and our men lose their lives. The punishment is big. You take our stacks, we take your lives, say VP.Prodigy.
Oh my god, that was so beautiful. That RP into a boat. It's very rare to see these kind of plays happen anymore, but that was so nice to watch. And this Kunkka with the Empower just going to clean up a stack of Ancients 9 minutes into. This Kunkka is enormous. Just check out its net worth. Jesus.
He's doing exactly what we want him to do, and a little bit more as well. We said GPK needs to have a stonking game on this Kunkka. Oh, down in the tower up in the top lane. Miracle just gets himself the chrono kill, but he's in some trouble now. In comes the torrent, but no boat available, and Weehar coming in on the sidelines with that focus fire. Power shot comes through, and DM will be losing his life here inevitably. Wee grabs himself that one, so that is something at least. Yeah, GPK having a stonker of a game so far, just doing what he needs to, being a factor, making action around the map, recovering this laning phase, and being a force of aggression so that the Magnus and the AM can have slightly freer games. So talk me through this Mask of Madness AM thing. What's this all about?
Yeah, it just kind of helps you farm a lot faster. You get that sustain, and then you get this insane amount of attack speed. You can farm Ancients quite easily. Mid lane, actually, Weeha getting jumped right now. Just exploded.
See you later, buddy. That's going to be another kill going the way of GPK. He is just racking them up right now.
Yeah, this X mark is just so good against the Wind Ranger. I feel like Weeha needs to go for a different item build than an MKB or something at this point. He's going to keep on feeding at this rate.
Harsh words, but true, to be honest.
Maybe like an Yules or something could be quite interesting, just to keep himself alive. Or he just gotta find better positioning. But I feel like VP.Prodigy, they really got their eyes on Weeha in this game.
Yeah, like the moment he gets X'd, it's just dead. He's just dead.
Yeah, he's just dead, exactly.
That's so hard to play.
So the Mask of Madness, now with the Empower, you just farm so fast. And what you do later is you just split the Mask of Madness for like a Satanic and a Butterfly on Anti-Mage. So it's like quite an effective item to hold on to. I think in this game it's especially good because you got that mech, so you don't have to think about the Battle Fury like before you farm really fast.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still very curious to see it making its way in, but you know the meta seems to be right now. If God King does it, everyone does it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dire's bottom
Been seeing it quite a lot lately.
Yeah, he is a special anti-mage player, that's for sure. 3-man stomp. Where's the follow-up? Well, GPK throw it in the boat. Managing to get the torrent onto 2, and down they go. Positioned absolutely perfectly from GPK, and getting the triple kill with the Tidebringer as well. This man is on fire, and he is just chopping down Nigma heroes left, right, and center. Goodness gracious me. This pirate,
that is
someone
so
needs to
beautiful
slow him
watch,
down.
Man. These combos, the RP, the sleep into the boats, oh man. And Weeha is getting cut like butter.
So nice. Yeah, now Miracle up in the top lane. He does have a Chronosphere. Gather up for it, boys. Well, he's not going to get a chance to get that one off the Laguna Blade, the LSA. Too much damage pouring into Miracle. Nigma are leaking all across the deck right now as this VP.Prodigy team led by Kunkka is doing way too much work. However, DN maybe in some trouble down the bottom here. We RP'd him for some reason. Still did die. Awkward. Oh well.
They got at least some kind of a return kill. They gotta get something going for them right now. I mean, every time this Weeha shows on a tower, he's always got to be afraid of GPK showing up with the X mark.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's very good at mimicking the movements of Weeha at the moment. And this Anti-Mage is about to overtake Miracle too. Miracle had a great laning stage. Anti-Mage didn't, but with the Empower and the Master Madness, he's been able to farm right back up.
So smoke up from the side of Nigma. GH Miracle looking for a use of this Chronosphere and the Supernova. What can they find? Nope, there's going to be a target once again. Really? Are they going to chrono him again here? I mean, they've killed him so many times with it. Oh, this time, actually, the bashes come through, and one more's needed. They get him down. GH melts him with the flames. Meanwhile, Lena, looking for another one here. Nigma aren't quite done with this one. Beautiful. Shackle connecting onto both GPK and Save. Another Chronosphere comes down. Doesn't quite catch out the Conquer, though. And they've actually got Miracle X marks into the boat. The damage is there, but the Supernova holds back the side of VP.Prodigy, and will have to just end up losing 2 heroes, and that's going to be about it. But the tower in the middle lane looks like it's going to fall to Nigma as well. They managed to strike back pretty hard at VP.Prodigy, and with his tower going their way as well, it's going to make it a very valuable couple of pickoffs indeed.
There we go. This is what we were expecting from Nigma and Miracle, especially leading those team fights, getting that nice engagement. Phoenix though does not have an egg here.
Yeah, in comes the Splitter as well. He's very low. GH going for the TP out, and they want to get the better targets. They're not going to turn around and try and kill him. Meanwhile, Miracle leading on the front lines here. Doesn't even have a Chronosphere, but he's got a Mask of Madness, so just taking chunks out of Lil right now. Meanwhile, we turns up to this fight, but they've already lost Lil. Oh, beautiful torrent comes through from GPK again. Laguna Blade as well. Can they finish the job? They can. They get him. Save is there with the nukes, with the damage to get that kill. Meanwhile, Microdron trying to get himself out. He's just farming. He's not interested in this fight at all. He's just farming. Microdron popping a salve inside the pit. It's a creative usage of his resources here, but unfortunately X-Mark's now on him. RMN's back to life. He's coming into this fight, just popping down that Pulse Nova, looking for a kill into GPK. GPK has to run himself away on the backlines, but meanwhile Microtron gets blown by the front lines, but now Shackle comes down onto 2. Do they have the damage though? GM's in some trouble, just had to have to skewer in, actually drops the RP down onto GH. Can they finish the job? No, the Light Tracker actually off the mark. Epileptic Kid finally gets it done, but now he's looking for revenge. He's got the blink in 1 second. It's not there in time. We gets a double kill as the anti-mage shall fall, and I think that was a pretty big trade for Nigma again.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they got GPK kill, they got Epileptic Kid too. They're starting to build up some momentum now, and that was an engagement without the chrono too. In 50 seconds, we're gonna see another chrono, and hopefully, if Nigma continues to play like this, where they group up as 4 and 5 and keep running at VP.Prodigy, they're gonna be in really good shape.
Hopefully.
They got it. They have to. And look at the anti-mage too. He understands like this battlefield is way too slow in this game. And because it's Magnus 3 and Magnus doesn't really care too much about his own farm, he can kind of follow around the anti-mage. He's just going to go straight for that Manta style. But even with the Manta, I'm not sure it's going to be enough for him to be able to take like these engagements if Nigma continues to play at this rate. And look at GPK. He went for a Glimmer Cape. That is not something you normally see on a Kunkka.
Yeah, but you know what? I love this. I really like this.
It feels good. It looks kind of good.
I mean, it's magic resistance, right? It's passive and active magic resistance. 20 attack speed as well. That's some good shit right there. I'm into this.
Can actually save your allies or glimmer your way onto the Wii here or something like that.
Well, yeah, it's a way to get off the X without needing to invest in a Shadow Blade. Bungie calling into the middle lanes, clear out some creeps and smoke up as well. He's actually finished off the Heaven's Halberd now as well. Wow, this guy's beefy. Beefy pirate. Highest net worth in the game.
Tower is under attack.
Let's see. They are smoking into their own jungle because they want to clear it out, but there's nobody there right now, as it turns out. There will be an empty smoke just to get up to vision, but still very much worthwhile. Wind did actually finish off the Monkey King bar. Nothing queued up right now for Wii, but this big means he's going to be able to do so much damage. Has to be. Yeah,
definitely. This Monkey King bar, huge timing for Wind Ranger. Brown Boots, MKB, we've been seeing this like pretty much every single game with core Wind Ranger. Next item, BKB is going to be nice. Gets all these stuns.
They've seen miracles in the neighborhood. He's got that Chronosphere ready to go though. Nothing you want.
Yes. Well, right now, Nigma's plan, they're just gonna play in this triangle area. If they can catch like maybe 2 heroes, they can just end up going into the Roshan pit, get that Aegis. 20 minutes. I feel like this has been like the trend in all these European games where at 20 minutes you kind of just want to get a pick or 2 around the mid lane and go straight into the Roshan pit. And before that, you're just trying to get Rosh ready.
Yeah, Nigma really have started taking control of this map. Let us know that they're strong. I mean, this is... Ooh.
Oh, here we go. They know where Anti-Mage is farming. It's so obvious, right?
Yeah.
Because they've taken over this area. There's only one other ancient camp available.
But they haven't found him. I'm not sure if Epileptic Kid actually caught a glimpse of anybody there, but he blinked himself out just after finishing off that ancient camp, which ended up being the absolutely perfect move. But Nigma's still moving in to the enemy jungle, wanting to find someone, something, somehow. But this is where VP have really good vision, so this isn't going to be a very easy opportunity for them.
Yeah, that was very awkward because they smoked up the Void and the Phoenix, but then the Underlord and the Wind Ranger try to go into the triangle area. Instead, if the Underlord and Wind Ranger showed on the map, I think the Anti-Mage would have just continued to farm and they would have been able to catch him. So maybe giving away a little bit too much information by getting everybody off the map. Alright, man,
just jump in. I mean, he's not scared. Nice torrent coming out onto RMN as well. Both teams, it's getting real tense here, Thievin. Both teams kind of just wrapping around each other. We know this Aegis is up for grabs if anybody can get the advantage on the other. You know what? Nigma say,
Nigma.
screw it. We're just going to go straight in. And the pings are coming out. GPK is going to lead the charge over. Are they going to get there in time, though? Roshan is actually going down really quickly. We dropping down the focus fire onto Roshan, and they are not going to get there nearly in time. The Astral Spirit's moving on over, but Roshan is already dead. Miracle picking up that Aegis with the double damage. I mean, that is a very, very fortunate rune to grab there for them. They wouldn't have done it in time if it wasn't for that. At least not for the Astral and the Stomp to come through, so... Yeah, very lucky there for Nigma, but they make the most of their situation.
Once again, that 40-minute... Oh, bottom! Anti-mage! Oh
no! Miracle catches him out. That's a high-value double damage rune I think I've ever seen, and now Mind Control goes down at mid. They get some kind of revenge here, GPK, but unfortunately, losing their anti-mage is such a bitter pill to swallow. And yeah, the X marks is supernova to cancel out X marks. Okay, well, you know, it works, I guess.
Yep, DM, they're actually going to continue to go in here. You know, it's cool. It's 5.
Oh my god, Miracle is just doing so much damage right now. He doesn't even need the double damage to actually tear it down, but that's a nice little combat coming through from GPK. They might have caught 2 of them here. We still survive, and they will finish off RMN with the Earth Splitter. Meanwhile, we just dropping down the ultimate on GPK. It's being peppered arrows right now, getting completely taken down. The Shackle up to 2. He has got the Heaven's Halberd, but guess what? Windranger still got a power shot and finishes off GPK with that spell, and now Lil's left behind, but has no team, and we get himself yet another one. Oh no, Epileptic Kid, he tries to jump in the backline to kill off Weeha, but unfortunately, he doesn't have the damage. We survives. AM does get himself out, but man, that was costly. They really wanted to just try and find something from that. Unfortunately, they leave empty-handed, and Nigma just weave a path of destruction through the enemy side of the map. This is going to be a big scar for VP.Prodigy to heal up over the next few minutes.
Oh man, Miracle, once he gets his Aegis, it's like a light switch, you know, that he just flicks on. It's like, I don't care, I'm just diving in there. This is very similar to how Midone played his Faces Void as well. He's got that time walk to heal himself back up. VP.Prodigy just don't feel like they can turn around and try to go on this Void who's got that Aegis. They try to go for the backline, and the Void is just sitting in the back, or jumping their backline and just constantly smacking people in the face.
He's playing like how the Anti-Mage wishes he could play, really.
Yeah, exactly. And right now they're getting completely choked out on the side of VP.Prodigy. Anti-Mage constantly having to run back to the mag to get empowered.
Another Shackle coming through, stopping DM with that RP, and now, well, Miracle just runs into everybody, but gets swept up immediately. A beautiful sleep just holding back the fight. Now the RP comes through onto Weak. Can they finish the job? Yeah, the Grenade Blade comes out. They need one more hit. We're still running away from this. They need to finish the job here, and they're not going to do so. As the Supernova comes crashing down there on top of GPK. GPK needs to run. He has got the Glimmer Cape, not doing it a whole lot just yet, but there comes the Torrent coming down onto the Faceless Void. That's going to hold him off for the time being. GH just healing up Miracle with that Sunray. Lil, though, he's kind of in a bad spot right now, and yeah, the Zelda Titan most certainly is going to be losing his life. We finished them off with the power shot. That's going to put an end to this fight.
Yeah, that was actually such a well-executed team fight from VP.Prodigy, honestly. They tried their absolute best to bring down Wii. He had like a sliver of HP. They kited the heroes really well too, but in the end, they were only able to kill off RMN, and Elder Titan was the trade-off for that. But I think these are small wins that VP.Prodigy are willing to take here, because they really gotta wait out this Aegis and try to get to that next item on the Anti-Mage. He's going for the Basher now. Still not gonna go back for that Battle Fury. He just doesn't seem... He doesn't feel like there's a point to it, that he needs this bigger items at this point in the game.
Yeah.
And control bottom. Well, he's got a Rift and he's got Yules. She should be okay, right? Yeah, he should be okay.
Yeah. I don't think this guy's going down too easily.
What's Miracle's next item? MKB. Big damage item. And he's got about a minute left on this Aegis, so... A minute from now, I think he's going to stop playing like a maniac. Because then he can actually get blown up by the X Mark, the Lina stuns, got the RP available too. And this Anti-Mage does have a Basher. It's going to be a pretty big item when the AM gets that Abyssal Blade. Because there's a few heroes on the side of Nigma that are going to be affected by this Manta Split on an Abyssal. Like Void, he's going to lose all his mana. Leshrac can instantly get bursted. So Windranger too, if he gets caught out without the Wind Run on.
True. There's a lot of factors here. Yeah, Leshrac could be in lots of bother. And Epileptic Kid, D just wants the money for himself.
Yeah,
Boy, not exactly going to be fighting anytime soon.
It's a big creep for him. 335 gold. He's happy. No, though. Oh, the shackle doesn't land on him. Is he going to be okay?
To the high ground, but he's going to finish him off all the same. Some proxy MKB, make sure he goes down, and that's going to be a clean trade between the two teams. Nigma, well, without this Aegis now, things might look a little bit closer, I want to say.
Yeah, I don't think Miracle is going to be as confident, especially without like a Black King Bar or a Satanic yet. He's got to consider VP.Prodigy making some kind of a smoke play onto him. And the anti-mage is getting very, very close to this Abyssal.
Yeah.
It's about a Vanguard away.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of skipping out the Battle Fury, is that he does hit these timings way earlier than he normally would in this game. No Battle Fury, no problems. And as you mentioned before, as the Mag being a free, he can afford the time to, you know, go and say hello to his teammate. But talking about Mag, he's in some trouble right now. Yule's out into the stun as well. He has got the skewer to bring Iron Man way out of position here, right into the clutches of Epileptic Kid, who brings him down easily. Now, well, the sleep comes through, just holding Underlord back. Not exactly the hero they want to start taking chunks out of, but if they can get the kill, they will. Yule comes down onto himself to buy himself a little bit more time. DM tries to go for the RP, only catches out the Underlord, unfortunately. With Guna Blade even being committed, they finally bring him down, but now we find save. Gets that kill with Focus Fire and Windrun in, and now they can back themselves out. I'm not sure they want to keep going here. The X-Marks and the Tor are going to hold Wii a little bit further back, but I think this fight might be over for the side of VP.Prodigy. Both teams losing an equal amount again. I think this game is just really, really even. It's a slight gold advantage for Nigma, but we're reaching the part in the game where the anti-mage is starting to come online. He's got so close to this Abyssal Blade. Meanwhile, the Kunkka, he's been effective throughout the entire game, and with his 10-second BKB, he's an absolute monster in the team. The only one who's kind of underperforming.
Might get caught here.
Uh-oh, the Chrono just on the edge. It's absolutely perfect from Miracle, and they'll be able to bring him down. See you later, Epileptic Kid. That's an anti-mage in the bin for another 60 seconds.
That was actually such a beautiful chrono. He just chronoed him straight up. Didn't even try to time walk on top of him or anything like that. And anti-mage popped his manta, was about to blink out. He was mid-blink animation when he got chrono there too. So
frames away from it. There. Frames away from it. It was
exactly. It was like
frame away from
there.
Home champ to a mega low. From here.
Okay, does have a Black King Bar now, so he's gonna be able to play a little bit more aggressively as well. Gonna be able to walk into the team fights a little bit more. Save?
More for him, and well, he gets a good blade onto the void, and the combo as well cuts him out. Miracle gets brought down. They fight without their AM, and it works out beautifully. Now he's going to be the next target. Lil's ready with a stomp as well. It's going to hold him still for a little bit longer. DM unfortunately does not have the blink available for the skewer, and GH just comes rolling on through. Yule's up onto the Kunkka. I think they just want to run themselves away from this one. He'll BKB to stop the split earth coming through, and well, there you go. There's a supernova come crashing down. GH will unfortunately get away. I like the idea there of just popping the torrent pre-stun to try and catch him out mid-dive. It was a cute idea, but unfortunately the timing was a little bit off.
Yeah. Oh man, I just want to go back to that play on the void. That was actually so good. Like Save realizing that there's actually a kill potential on him, using him up, getting that burst damage out.
Yeah, it was amazing. And now an RP comes down to, well, this is weird, but unfortunately he's got a BKB and just runs himself back and actually just murders Lil instead. Not the plan here. Meanwhile, anti-mage, he's looking forward to Phoenix instead. Phoenix does have that Icarus dive, but gets bashed. Oh, no. What Athletic Kid, though, didn't realize what's happened. Blink past GH. GH is just in the pit, and he's like, wait, am I fine?
Oh, he thought he got away.
I'm fine.
He actually thought GH got away.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
wow,
he should have known his Bash was on cooldown, but at the same time, yeah. Thanks, Basher.
Bash actually saved him, yeah. I mean, it's nighttime, right? So you don't have a whole lot of vision. And you were thinking like, oh, maybe, you know, the little fire stuff that comes off the dive just bugged or something. Happens all the time, so. Oh, wow. That was very fortunate for GH, because that looked like he was 100% dead.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting game. Still hanging in the balance now.
Yet. 10 seconds. This is an extremely high skill game. Like, all these players, their spell casting is on point. They know where they need to be on the map. They know how to counter the engagements too.
Oh yeah, this
and
is the case
is not complete.
Yeah, this isn't a case of like, hold on. and the Void's in some trouble again. The combo is there, and it is so on point. Meanwhile, the two-man skewer comes through, catching out RMN as well. Underlord's going to go for the Yule's TP out. Will they got enough damage? They do. Mind Control's dead as well. That makes it 3. Athletic Kid immediately looking for the +1. GH going to his favorite spot inside that Roche pit. Bash. Oh, Bissell, there we go. They have got him this time. GH, no escape from the wrath of Anti-Mage, and they take down 4 heroes. VPP put themselves back into this game, and that, well, they were never really out of it, but they just smash Nigma, punish them for constantly being on their side of the map, and now they can look to really take over the map for themselves a little bit here. We're actually going for that arcane rune. That feels risky. Kid looking for the bash.
Not Bissell yet for another 10 more seconds though.
No, but he gets the bash nonetheless, and they're going to keep on running him down. BKB is going to be going down in just 1 second. Here, the torrent's a little bit off the mark. Athletic Kid's still trying to chase him. He's got the Abyssal Blade available. If he blinks forwards, he will just about have enough mana. Abyssal Blade's on top of him, and now the rest of the team coming on through. I mean, he's making... Nah, he's not even making space for this one. This is just a straight up death. The arcane rune, was it really worth it, Weeha?
That's 4 kills on the side of VP.Prodigy. I mean, they've started to hit their power spikes. The Abyssal Blade Anti-Mage is online. We talked about how after 25 minutes, you know, VP.Prodigy with his Anti-Mage, he can really take over the game. And we are starting to see that. And the problem is that Faceless Void, with his first Aegis, he was able to do a lot. He had to go for that MKB because he didn't have a whole lot of damage, but this BKB was extremely slow. Every time they see him in the fights, they're just dropping all their disables onto Miracle, and they're able to bring him down. There's no saves on the side of Nigma, or no counterplays as well.
No, that's not. This BKB sorely needed from Miracle. Do you think maybe even should have gone for it earlier?
It's hard, right? If you go for the BKB, then you just don't have any damage. You can't actually be able to solo kill anybody. But at the same time, without the BKB, you're the one getting killed off in all the engagements. I think he got
on Miracle. Then he goes straight in, but it is when it comes down onto the RP, onto 3! Oh no, it's an absolute chaos in the pit for Nigma. They lose 3 straight off the bat. What are you doing, boys? This isn't how you do it. The Supernova comes out from GH in the backlines. The 2 heroes just smacking away at that little egg. They'll crack it open. They'll make themselves some eggs, and that'll be their snack to take down Roshan with. I don't know what that was, dude. How did the Magnus get off that RP so easily?
Oh man, I don't know. That was just such a questionable Roshan call from Nigma's side. They weren't even controlling up the hill in this area, and they know VP.Prodigy are obviously thinking about this Roshan. They just made a really big gamble play and try to focus fire and maybe try to burst this Rosh down before VP.Prodigy can react. Oh, that's gotta feel so bad for Nigma. And they got the Aegis now on the Anti-Mage too. This looks like game number 1 all over again. Except it was on the second Roshan where they turned the game heavily into their favor.
The cursed pit. Nigma really, oh my god, look at him go. They're just going straight back in, and they're immediately looking forward onto the Underlord. He has got the Yules to keep himself alive. Split comes 2 onto 2. And now, well, Mind Control still surviving through this. Under the tier 4 though, Athletic Kid has no fears, and they will finish off the Underlord. And it looks like RMN's following him to the grave as well. 2 heroes out of the equation. That is, well, convincing nonetheless from VP.Prodigy, and now they can keep the siege going, knowing that there's not going to be any heroes respawning for a long time now. Void and the Phoenix are back, but those 2 they just killed have been taken out of the equation for 30 seconds. That is 30 seconds too many, unfortunately, as that middle lane of Barracks really starting to crumble and fall.
Yeah, they're just gonna go back and finish the tier 2 towers off. This Aegis is very healthy, long timer left on it. Nigma, they can't farm their way back into this game. It's just impossible. This Void needs like 2,000 gold before he can finish his Black King bar, and that's just not gonna happen. VP.Prodigy will take all your objectives before that, so they gotta get a smoke going as soon as Underlord and Leshrac are alive. You got the Chronosphere. Maybe you can catch the backline, kill the Lina, kill the ET off or something. Play off that. Epileptic Kid, he's such a beast right now. He's got a Scotty, a lot of stats on his hero.
Yeah, Scotty Aegis. There's a beautiful combo and he jumps. The left track on the backlines. Iron Man stands no chance of surviving this engagement. Now an RP onto 2. Catch them out. Skewer all the way back. They've got mind control at the very least. Chronosphere comes down for a miracle. Mind control still alive for the time being. They got the damage though. He actually gets disarmed inside the Chrono from the Conquer. And now the Eels is up onto the Lina. Lina in some trouble. Maybe she will die. Get someone to say Anna Laguna just before she goes down. Nicely done. Just throwing out her spells. Meanwhile, Athletic Kid might be in a little bit too deep. A buyback from mind control. He jumps back into the equation. May just gets popped from the anti-mage. Now where's the rest of the team? VP, are they winning? They have no RP. They don't really have much. And the focus fire coming towards the anti-mage. Anti-mage, he might just die, but no! Cheese comes out. Damage comes in. Miracle's actually the one who ends up dying here. And Athletic Kid just blinks himself away as if nothing even happened. Mind control still in some trouble there. They might not be done. VP, they're still going in. Beautiful. This might be the end of the game for Nigma. They've just thrown too much onto the fire, which is now burning brightly for the side of VP.Prodigy.
What a play. GPK just passed. BKB walked on top of the anti-mage, passed him the cheese. That anti-mage was like one hit away from dying when he got that cheese off. That was
my god.
Play right there.
GPK, what a team player. Abyssal Blade comes out onto mind control. He's losing his life as well. They're fighting over not much at this point in the game. Fighting for their lives of the tournament, Nigma. But there is so little they can do. And DM goes fishing and finds himself a big fish. Iron Man goes down as well. This might be the end. Tier 4s being smacked away at. They're not going to have anybody back for another 25 seconds. The Wind and the Void will respawn. But it looks like the Ancient is going to fall. And it is going to come tumbling down quickly. GH might even die before it falls, but GG's are called. The game will go to VP.Prodigy, and with it the series a 2-0 over Team Nigma. Man, you cannot count this team out, can you?
Oh, that was an absolutely insane game from VP.Prodigy. They had a really great laning top and middle. The anti-mage lane didn't go so well, but he made a really good decision to go for that massive mana straight into the Manta, so he can assist, like, you know, not slow his timings down too much. Nigma, I think they made some great plays after the 50-minute mark with Nation when he got Chrono there too. So
Frames
very
away
big
from
kill
it.
there.
Frames away from it. It was
Exactly. It was extremely
away
clutch
from
play there.
Hog Champ to a Mega Low. From here.
Okay, does have a Black King bar now, so he's gonna be able to play a little bit more aggressively as well, and gonna be able to walk into the team fights a little bit more. Save?
For him, and well, he gets a good bit onto the void, and the combo as well cuts him out. Miracle gets brought down. They fight with
Chrono there too.
Hog Champ to a Mega Low. Hog Champ to a Mega Low. From here.
Okay, does have a Black King bar now, so he's gonna be able to play a little bit more aggressively as well, and gonna be able to walk into the team fights a little bit more. Save?
For him, and well, he gets a good bit onto the void, and the combo as well cuts him out. Miracle gets brought down. They fight with
Chrono there too.
Hog Champ to a Mega Low. Hog Champ to a Mega Low. From here.
Okay, does have a Black King bar now, so he's gonna be able to play a little bit more aggressively as well, and gonna be able to walk into the team fights a little bit more.